bitches?
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Two Girls,
No Fucks.
I am Katrina.
I'm Ashley Marie.
And I want to talk about airport etiquette. Because by the time this episode comes out, I'll either have been in an airport or come home from an airport, because you're going to see photos of me in blue waters on a honeymoon and shit. Because we're doing it. We're doing it. But I already know the bullshit I'm going to experience when I get to the airport. So let's talk about it. First things first, if you don't have pre-check, just get it. Just get it. That's my little tip, my little nugget for you. Just get pre-check. Because the way I'm not taking my shoes off in a public place ever, it's gross. And I hated doing it before, and I don't like doing it now. I stay going through pre-check. Love pre-check. Finally got the wife on pre-check, because when we first started traveling and she didn't have pre-check, you're not gonna come with me. No, I pay for pre-check. Bye. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side of security, because I'm not going through that. I'm not taking off clothing. I'm not emptying out my bag. I can put my shit on the conveyor belt and meet it on the other side. I ain't got to take off nothing. It's fantastic. Just do it. It's worth it. It's $85 for 5 years. Ooh. Yeah, $85 for 5 years. It's worth it. Just spend the money, do it. And here's a pro tip. If you got a Capital One card, they give you that money back. So they literally reimburse you for that. And I don't even get paid by them to even say that. I just saw it on my statement.
But Capital One, if you want to pay us, we here.
They're like, this bitch owes us way too much money. We ain't sponsoring y'all bitches and shit. But yeah, so
I owe you a little bit less.
Seriously. So pre-check, just get it. When
I'm gonna write these little tidbits as advice,
you know,
so we can make sure we put it in the
get a pen,
comments
get a
for y'all.
paper, write it down. Here's the thing: if you have a flight that leaves from any major airport, specifically BOS, because that's the bullshit airport I have to leave out of, because that's the closest one to me. If your flight leaves at 7 a.m., get there no later than 5:15. If you do not have pre-check. You got pre-check, yes, can get if the flight leaves at 7, the gates are going to close at 6:45. Boarding is usually half an hour before that. It'll take you a whole 10 minutes to get there. You can get there at 6 o'clock and be fine and make your flight. No problem. That's also if you're not checking a bag. That's a whole different story.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like checking bags if I don't have to. I had one horrible experience when my luggage got lost. I was 8 years old. Aww. And we were going to Disney. And we lost our clothes for 2 whole days.
This would be one of the times where I would like need Brett to have a mic, because I'm looking at him like, say something nice, because I don't know what to say right now. We know how you feel about Disney, so like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, because even at this big age, I still won't check a bag. I refuse to check a bag. And I hate getting on the plane or getting into the group that's so late in the plane that I'm not able to bring my carry-on. They have to check it. I hate that shit. That also grinds my gears. But yeah, it's... So I always bring a carry-on if I can help it. So, but for this honeymoon, we're probably going to have to check a bag.
Okay.
I'm not excited for it.
So I'll text you like an hour before you get to the airport, and I'll be like, it's okay. Everything is going to be fine.
But here's the thing. Because I'm a Virgo, and I always have a backup plan to the backup plan, I will have a carry-on that will have toothbrush, toothpaste, sunblock, bathing suit, pajamas, shorts, and a tank top. Because I'm already going to be wearing my chanclas. I don't need anything else on my feet. So... And I'm already wearing my glasses. I can put that in the side pocket where the water's supposed to go. This is how I roll when I travel. Like, it's my shit.
Why did you not become an assassin Like, your attention to detail is like kind of sickening. And I like...
So there's this list that floats around and finds my feed from time to time of like all the serial killers and their zodiac signs. And the majority of them are Virgos. We pay very close attention to detail. Just don't fuck with us. But we divert because that's not what we're talking about. So we talking about airport etiquette when you get to the airport. And here's the thing. So after you get through security, you get all your shit, la la la. If you are having trouble finding your gate, move to the side.
Stay out the way.
And if you ever end up on like one of those moving conveyor belts or an escalator, one of my friends from DC told me this term and I'll never forget it. She said, don't be an escalefter. And what that means is don't be on the left side and stop. The left side is for passing. Don't be an escalefter and stay there. Stay to the right if you want to be stationary. Go to the left if you got somewhere to be. That's where I'm at with that.
I completely agree.
I got a lot to say about this.
It's okay.
So I'm just like, don't stop in the middle. Because I've taken out a full toddler running to my gate. It happens. You shouldn't have been walking in my way, little one. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for your parent because your parent should have had a better grip on you. Which, to divert, why are toddlers so fucking quick? Why every time I see a toddler on the move, there's an adult not too far behind them that cannot keep up with them for the life of me. I should have said this in the last episode. It's one of the things I don't understand. Right.
They're
so
not real. Because they're not real. They're mythical little gnomes, bro. Like, my kid will be jumping on the couch and I go like dive to save her from falling off the couch. All of a sudden she's not there. She's fucking transported somewhere else. And she didn't hit her head on the floor. And I didn't like.
But
what?
You are
What?
fully immersed in the hardwood
Yeah.
of your floor. And your daughter's on the couch like, Mommy, what are you doing down there?
Like,
sorry. Anyways,
they should just have a show where they have toddlers do like regular people shit, like, and just watch it happen. Like,
toddlers are weird humans. It's a weird time to be alive at that time when you're little and you have facilities and words, but the two don't always coexist the way that they probably should. But whatever, it's fine.
But sometimes it's fun.
If you say so.
Yeah. Like, I teach my daughter to say phrases, like, so that she can use them in completely irrelevant content. Or, like, irrelevant to her, but so funny to me.
Of course.
So, like, during football season, I just saw her to say, get out of here, you bums. Like, yep. So she uses it for everything. So now it's basketball season, obviously.
No. Get out of here.
Anyone else? So now I specified. I go, anyone else not wearing green? We say, get out of here, you bums. so the other day, the Celtics had on the white jerseys. So they were not green. So my daughter is screaming at the TV, get out of here, you bums. To her own team.
She doesn't know.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, it's
right.
fine.
Well,
it's okay. No worries. So, actually, question for you. Do you prefer, when you are traveling, to travel with just a carry-on, or do you check a bag?
I never check a bag.
Okay.
I never go anywhere long enough to be needing. I'm not a real girl. I'm a poser for sure. Like, I have
real boy.
Yeah, I have like the sneakers on my feet, probably another pair in my bag, flip flops or something to that extent. Like, because, yeah.
Ooh, $1 million question. Not really $1 million, but oh my God, those comedian on. I can't remember his name, and it's gonna kill me because he's so funny. He's a black dude. He's bald, and he's always like talking shit with his wife in the background, which we never see. Kev on stage. Thank you. He asked his wife, when you go on vacation, so you're going on vacation for 5 days, how many pairs of drawers do you bring?
9.
Why 9?
Because I need I have one on, so
Okay.
I already have one on for the day, so I only
Okay.
need a backup for that day, and then a backup for all the other days.
Okay, all right. Because I was like 9, because my answer would be 10. just because you need 2 pairs for each day. And for whatever reason, she ended up...
But you forget about the pair that you already have on, so it's 9.
Well, here's the thing. If you have an early flight...
Okay.
The second pair is necessary.
Okay.
Because you don't want to get to the hotel and be like in airport drawers. It's gross. So...
Yes.
But yeah.
So again.
All right, cool. Anyways, back
But I never take an early flight. Ever.
Why?
Why? Because I have to figure out what to do. Well, before it was only 1 gremlin. Now I got to figure out what to do with 2 gremlins and get to where I need to be.
But I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
So hard.
Statistically, the flights that leave in the morning or the very last ones of the day are the ones always on time.
Okay.
So there's nothing else fucking with them. Everything. First flight of the day is my favorite.
Okay.
I know, and my wife hates getting up early. But if it's for a flight, she begrudgingly does it. But by the time we get to said location, you got the day to hang out. Mm-hmm. Rather than leaving your house at 12, getting to the airport by 12:30, your flight's at 2:30, your flight's now delayed until 4, you finally get to your destination at 7. Guess what? The sun's down. And now you at your hotel. Guess what? It's time to go to bed. Your whole day is gone. Tips and tricks, people. Write this shit down. Take the early flight. Even if you have gremlins, find somebody to go with you. I'm always trying to find a way to get people on flights and travel and go somewhere. And if you can't bring the gremlins,
so you guys heard
else.
it here right now first. Katrina said she was going to bring me to the airport and watch my gremlins. That's what I heard.
That is not what I said.
That's what I
will
heard.
Be on the plane with you without the gremlins. But yeah, what else? Oh, so now we're on the plane, or we're boarding the plane. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a group. Don't crowd the walkway to get onto the plane. Mm-hmm. I specifically stand on the side, out of the way, so when people need to walk by, they walk by me. They're not walking around me because I'm in their way. You have known since you purchased your ticket, be it an hour before, a week before, a month before, what seat and what row you are sitting in. Nothing grinds my gears more than someone looking at a paper ticket, why, and figuring out where their seat is. My dude, they're all numbered. A, B, C, D. It's typically on the left. DEF is on the right.
It bothers me on a plane, but it bothers me pretty much everywhere. Like at a concert or at a game. Like, I'm here, I'm already sitting, and now you need those 4 seats over there, and you just keep looking at your phone and then looking up at me like, is this your fucking sad apology? Because I don't accept it.
Like, what are
and then they
doing?
sit there for like 40 minutes and then they're in the wrong seats anyway.
Yeah.
Someone else comes and boots them. They're looking at me again like, I'm so sorry.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. Figure that shit out. God. So yeah, so now we're on the plane. I might catch flack for this. I don't really care because I've dealt with it so many times. I feel like part of my spirit is Bernie Mac. And when he says he'll fuck a kid up, he means that shit, as do I. If you have a child who is over the age of 4 and they are consistently kicking the back of my seat, I will go full auntie on them. Start with the look, and then I'll look at the parent. Control your child. Otherwise, I'm going to have to. And you don't want that. It's so infuriating. Now, the flip side of that. Most of the time I'm on the plane, I'm going to Disney. Kids on planes are to be expected. And I get that. I'm typically not bothered by the crying, screaming, or even the tantrums. It's when it bothers my physical space is when I have a problem. Also, and this isn't just for kids, this is for adults. Please don't take your shoes off on the plane. It's gross. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had toes touch my elbows. It's fucking disgusting. It's gross. And now you can't unsee it. Imagine living it, because it's fucking disgusting. Like, who raised you? This is not cool. Like, get your crusty crawdads off my elbow. Put that shit back on the floor where it belongs. I really don't know who raised y'all. I really don't. But my number one thing in all of the things, and I've seen this pop up in my feed so much, and I'm so glad I'm not the only person that feels this way. When the plane lands and it pulls up to the gate and the little seatbelt light goes off, everybody gets up. Where are you going? Where are you going? There is nowhere to go. Guess what? Just because the seatbelt sign came off, that means you are safe to unbuckle. That does not mean it's safe to get up. And I say it's not safe to get up because everybody and their mama is up trying to get off the plane. They still have to connect the fucking tube to the plane. They got to make sure that the air pressure ain't shit. They got to defuel and all this other shit before they open that goddamn door and we can exit the premises. Which, by the way, we ain't exiting from the back to the front. It's the front to the back. So if you really were in a rush to get off the plane, you should have bought a seat from 1 to 5. Maybe even 10. 10 would get you off the plane relatively quickly. Anything past 15, sit your ass down. You ain't going nowhere. That's my one, like, that shit makes my ass itch. I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going? Unless you have a connecting flight and the flight attendant has come to get you. I've seen that happen. I've also been a part of that. It happens. And that is acceptable. Outside of that, sit your ass down. Mm-hmm. I need some water. I've been talking a lot. I got shit on my horse.
So I used to travel way more than I do now. Just because.
What was your favorite place that you've traveled to?
That's hard.
Yeah, is it?
It is, actually. Okay. So I went to different places for different things, obviously, sure. But I don't know. The beauty of places doesn't escape me. Doesn't matter why I'm there. Mm-hmm. Dubai is very beautiful. It's very expensive, but it's very beautiful.
It is. It looks expensive. I've never been. It's
so beautiful.
Hella expensive. Yeah. I've seen a lot of movies that were filmed there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, that's so pretty. But I don't think I'd ever go there because, yikes, it's expensive.
Let's see. Yeah, that's like top of my
Dubai.
list. Yeah.
Okay. I'm here for it. Where's your next trip?
I don't have one yet.
Where do you want to go?
That's a hard question because I want to take my children. So that's really hard.
Okay.
They already went to Disney. Mm-hmm.
And?
I want to give them
the wrong person.
I know, but I want to give them something else. Like, I want to give them another experience.
Disneyland? I don't know. Like, Tokyo Disney? I don't know. There's a thing. I think it's called Club 33. It's like an exclusive. It's like you gotta have buku bucks for this shit. But it costs like 6 figures. But what it does is that you literally fly around the world and you go to every single Disney location. And what you pay for, it pays for your flight, your lodging, the tickets, and food. But it's like
why are you not doing that?
Because I don't got $130,000 to be spending like that. I'll stay in Orlando. It's fine.
Capital One, seriously, if you want to pay us.
You ain't shit. Capital One's like, absolutely not, bitch. That is way over your limit. So you want to take your babies?
I do.
Is what you want to do.
But it's super scary for me. So they've never been on a plane.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very scary for me. As I stated before, my son has autism, so like I don't know how he'll respond to being on a plane, and I don't.
Does he have headphones?
He doesn't use headphones right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
tough.
And the tiny one, she'll just be like, yeah, this is like a car, except fancier. Yeah. Like fucking on crack or something.
She's cute. Leave her alone. Okay. We'll figure out a place where you can
I don't know.
Take the babies. Well, why don't you start like local-ish? You know?
Maybe.
I say local-ish like Vermont, Maine, or even Rhode Island. Don't take them to New York. That's sensory overload. As an adult, we can't handle that shit. I would not want to put your babies through that because that's a lot.
We'll see. I think about it often, but
yeah,
I haven't really. My life's been moving and shaking. By the time this episode comes out, my sister will be married. Can't wait for that to be.
Oh, yeah, because I'm taking photos. We got to talk about that offline. Because, like, wait, that's...
I hate it here. This shit is so ghetto.
Which is why we talking about catching flights.
So, yeah.
And not feelings.
Not feelings. No, flights. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I always want to go somewhere tropical. I know, but I have a few non-tropical places on my list.
Okay, such as?
Iceland.
Okay, I could fuck with that. I've seen pictures on Instagram. That shit looks dope. Beautiful. Yeah, I've heard some really dope things about that.
So yeah, Australia, Thailand. Those are the top 3.
So, for the longest time, I've always wanted to go to Australia, and then I saw how big the bugs were.
Don't ruin it for me, man.
And I'm like, So I'm never going to go to the Outback restaurant or the actual Outback because no, we're not doing that. But yeah, I've always wanted to go to Sydney. Sydney's definitely on my bucket list. Yeah. As far as local, so like, have you ever been to Key West?
No.
Oh, I've been trying to get the wife to go there for all the 4 years we've been dating. And I'm just like, we need to go.
So we should go in like a month? Sounds great.
Well, maybe not in a month.
2 months, 4 months? Not 4 months. That's a long time. 3 months.
After hurricane season. So October.
October? Damn. All right, anyways.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
By October, we're going to be fucking famous. Shit.
It'll be fine. We'll make it work. Have you ever been anywhere on the West Coast?
No.
Where have you? You said, so you've been to Dubai. Mm-hmm. Where else in this country have you been?
Florida, Texas, Georgia, Mississippi, Missouri, Rhode Island, Connecticut.
Okay.
Vermont, Maine.
New Hampshire, by way of Maine.
Yeah. New Jersey, Kentucky.
What's in Kentucky? Nothing? Okay. I figured as much. It's all good.
That's not what his parents named him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
You feel that? That's shade. Shady boots. Shady boots.
This that illegal tint. That's what we call it. Not even shade. Illegal tint.
Oh, yes. Damn. That's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, you said it, not me. So...
Well, I went 2 episodes without hurting anybody's feelings. I felt the need to throw one out there.
Sometimes you just have to get it off your spirit, and I understand that fully. All right, so we got to find a place for the babies. You got to find a place for you. Mm-hmm. West Coastin'. Because West Coast is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm a fan. So I've been there a few times. It's actually more than a few times. And I say that begrudgingly because I used to date someone who lived on the West Coast, so I was there all the time. But it's a fun coast. But yeah. So.
I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Vegas, and I've always wanted to go just somewhere in California to experience California.
Vegas. So here's the thing about Vegas. Vegas is not the Vegas we all
think about. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's not just tassels and titties. You know what I mean? Like, it's actual shows and performances and artists that have fucking residencies, and the food is fucking phenomenal. Like, when you think of buffet, you're just like, oh, these people really don't care about me or my nutrition. The buffets in Vegas care about everything. It's so fucking good. What was not good was that price tag. But because it's a buffet, you can try to expand your waistband as far as you could to fit all the dollars you paid to get that food. Sometimes it's worth it. You not shut up. I can't fucking stand you. But yeah, we'll find a way to get you to Vegas.
We're gonna go somewhere. I don't know.
We're gonna go somewhere. somewhere.
By the time you guys hear future episodes, it'll be like, so I've been to 17 places and I actually don't even work anymore. Thanks.
Oh, that's the dream. But yeah. Do you have anything, like, what have you experienced when it comes to airport etiquette or lack of? When was the last time you were in an airport? I'm throwing so many questions at you right now.
It's a lot.
My bad. But also, not sorry, because I want to know.
Let's see. Probably like 2022.
Ew.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where'd you go?
Miami.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because my cousin was getting married, so her bachelor party was in Miami.
Why does that sound so typical? Might as well have been Nashville.
Listen.
Because that's also a thing. Like, it's also a thing.
Nashville was on my list for a little bit, just because I wanted to see it.
Sure.
Because everybody talks about it, but
yeah.
Now that it's, you know.
Okay.
I don't know. Now that I'm an old lady, I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Yeah, right.
Okay? I don't want to go anywhere near that.
We're choosing our locations thoughtfully.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, we actually talked about this. So I know it started out with airport etiquette, but I think we're just going to call this like a travel ep, because we had talked about places that we wanted to travel, but as brown women, there are places we can and cannot go to. There are places my wife wants to go to. And my first instinct is, will I be safe there? Because, you know, luckily for her, she don't have to think about that for herself. But for me, I have to. Like, and on top of being me, now I'm me with her, which also is not the most welcoming of scenarios. So she's like, yeah, let's go to this spot. And then I Google, like, and go to their little news spot and have that shit translated to English. And I'm like, oh, someone who looks like me or someone who's in my community no longer is alive because they were just minding their business. And yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. So, because there are places I'd really want to go to. But again, we live on a floating dumpster fire. It's such a dumpster fire.
God.
So.
No, pretty much the gist of, like, what you said, stay out of the way. That's so important. Be ready. Like, if you do not have pre-check, if you're just going through the motions like everybody else, be ready. Like, don't put on fucking 17 layers of clothing and your jewelry and your blah, blah, blah. And your like, no.
Girl, it is not a fashion show.
Your sneakers should fucking slide in and out. They shouldn't even be fucking laced, okay?
Right.
Like,
also
in and out.
Also that.
You have sweats on or something that, like, you can
breathe in.
Yeah, like, release the waistband in case they see something funky on your x-ray. Like... Zip up sweater, not a hoodie, because I don't need y'all showing everybody your midriff or, like, the bottom of your titties. I can't.
Why did it take you this long to say this?
Oh my God, because, like, so it used to be my job
all the time.
It used to be my job in the Army to scan people to come onto the base. Oh. So but these people were, after 3 months, they were on it. Yeah. Taking all their boop, boop, put it through the machine. Yep, we got it. Oh, look, something really funny in your waistband. Can you just pull out your waistband for me? Follow directions. Get your shit. Go do your business.
Please and thanks. Yeah.
In the airport, all of the people that are in the airport at this time speak fucking English. So why? Why are we confused? Why?
Yeah, I don't understand that, but that's okay.
Or, like, I've always sympathized with parents, like, they're traveling with the kids. I always sympathize, even before I became a mom. Like, it's a struggle. If someone just offers to, like, hold, you know, your stroller while you get blah, blah, blah through the machine while you do something, like, people just get frustrated and they're like, oh, then they move around them. Like, they're humans and they're trying.
For sure.
And this might be their first experience. Like, yeah, maybe it's poor planning. Like, they couldn't wrangle their kids. Like, what you were saying earlier was different. Their kids are in the way.
I'm like,
but I'm saying, like, they're going through
you mean like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and
you mean running over the child, or the child that was kicking my seat for a whole 30 minutes? No, you running
over the child.
Okay.
The child that was kicking your seat should have been sedated with melatonin on, like, on arrival. But
Also that.
And the parents that are going to give me shade for potentially giving my kids melatonin, get the fuck up out my face, please.
Oh, miss me with that bullshit. I know plenty of parents who feed their overly hyper children melatonin just to get them to mellow the fuck out. It's necessary. Sometimes you just got to sit your ass down. You ain't got to be running. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So stay out the way. Be ready. Get to where you're going. If your bag is too big, you knew that from the jump. Why are you doing this to me?
And why are you so surprised that it doesn't fit in the overhead compartment?
Yep. So then you want to put it underneath my feet or whatever. So now you're just taking away from my real estate that I purchased. Okay? This right here, this me.
This itty bitty space.
Yeah.
And
you
sometimes
see, this is my
I pay extra for the extra leg room and you still want to invade my space. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Although I have done the flights to and from the West Coast and multiple times, and I only remember this because I have pictures on Facebook that prove it, and the memories will pop up and remind me that this happened, that there are multiple times where my entire row was empty and it was just me on a coast-to-coast flight. It's flight gold right there. It is gold. I'm like, wait, the door just shut.
How long is the coast to coast?
If you're going from Boston to Seattle, it's 6 hours. If you're going Seattle to Boston, it's 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're going.
Have you done anything longer than that?
No, not yet. So, because the flight we'll go from Boston to New York, which is 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then from New York to Antigua is just under 4 hours.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I haven't been on a plane for more than a 6-hour flight.
It's horrendous.
Oh, I can imagine. I can only imagine. I only want to imagine because we got to chunk horrendous. That bitch up.
Yeah.
Because no, ma'am. Mm-mm. Don't want to do it.
But all the cool places are going to be further, so I got to do it.
And also that. Just chunk that shit up. That's all.
I guess.
So, anyways.
If people have tips for traveling with their children, please send them my way. I'd appreciate it.
And tips that from people who have children and know how to wrangle little ones, not assholes like me who be like, this is what you need to be doing, because I don't want to be an asshole. And kids are kids. They're little people with feelings. They don't know how to process them. I get it. But what I don't get is why you continue to kick the ass of my seat for more than 10 minutes at a time. That's a lot. That's a long time to be kicking somebody's seat. And maybe I'm being dramatic. It might really have only been 2 and it felt like 10. But it's just, no, we're not doing that.
Side note to all of this. Dear airports, please create hot dog carts that just walk up and down so I can purchase hot dogs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because like going to try and sit at a restaurant when they're on a wait or they don't have that much staff or the bartender does not want to be there is really not appealing when I just want to like eat something real quick.
That's so
and
funny.
Then go about my business.
Not a hot dog cart.
I would love that. That's how Fenway gets all of my money.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the hot dog cart.
I fucking love hot dogs. But this is why I live in Boston. Like, Fenway hot dogs are like no other. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Okay. And if they say they're actually cooked in fucking water from the Charles, even fucking better, dude. I don't care. It's fucking delicious.
Don't they have beer made out of the Charles water?
Yes.
I feel like they do. I feel like
technically, yes and no. But whatever.
That's fine.
But I love the fucking hot dogs.
Boston, you're my home. Do. So yeah, I'm scrolling through, not off airplane mode. No, we're not off airplane mode. But I found a quote that we can use for the end of this. But if you made it to the end of this shit show of an episode, thank you for joining us and listening to us. Follow us on all the social mediums, like, engage, subscribe, all that shit.
Tell a friend to tell a friend
to tell a friend. That as corny as it is, your engagement helps us grow. Thanks to the Bridge Sound and Stage and Mertz.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. Killing it on the other side of the soundproof glass. Dealing with all of our bullshit. And the quote is from somebody named Robert Louis Stevenson. Robert Louis Stevenson, you have 3 names that are first names, but that's fine. I travel not to go anywhere, but to go. I travel for travel's sake. The great affair is to just move. Wow. Yeah, I like that. So I figure that's a good way to end on that shit.
Heard.
And we'll see y'all bitches next week.
Bye.